This is the intro to my submission video. My name is Annalisa. I'm 18 years old, and you will hear the rest when you watch the rest of this video. I just wanted to say that because after I filmed this look, I was like, this has to be the intro so you know what you're getting into because this look is so good. And I used the James Charles palette. So enjoy my submission video. So I'm Annalisa and I'm 18. I was born and raised in Houston. Let me just start off by saying that I have been talking about how there needs to be a makeup show for like literally the longest time. And it's so cool that it's actually gonna be a thing regardless of if I'm a part of it or not. I usually do really long videos. So for this one, I'm only gonna keep it to 5 minutes because I know that there is like a time restriction. I'm pretty sure you can go over it, but I just wanna make sure that I'm not talking too much because it's usually like what I do a lot of. So I'm gonna do my brows, but I'm also going to talk at the same time and use this little mirror. So if I'm looking down, that's the only reason. I started doing makeup about 2 years ago, and I got into it because I do a lot of modeling, and this lady did my makeup and she did so good. And I was like, oh my God, I could do this. Like, I wanna learn how to do this. So ever since that day, I have been doing makeup tutorials, makeup looks, practicing, doing makeup for girls, and really just doing all that I can. I've literally done makeup for 5 girls at the same, not at the same time, but like same day, I guess you could say. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and did not finish till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I didn't have breakfast. I was literally shaking because I was so tired, but really happy because they really liked the way they looked. And it was a fun experience because that was my first time doing makeup like that, and I was 17 at the time. I love making people feel good about themselves. I think it's very cool that we have makeup because a lot of people say that makeup is deceiving, and I can see how that can be a thing, but like, why are you worried about what someone else is doing? Like, if it's not bothering you, it's not involving you, then why are you worried about it, you know? Anyways, back to me. I always get sidetracked. So yeah, I was born and raised in Houston. Only my mom. She's a single mother and the best mother ever. My dad is an attorney and he has never contributed. So my mom has always been the one to be there for me. Lots of things happened with my dad and my dad's side of the family, and it's really sad. I really need to make a movie about it because it's actually insane. And I would talk about it now, but this is my submission video and I'm already fucking it up. So I ended up transferring to a different high school, and that was kind of crazy due to what happened with my dad and all the chaos that came with that. And then I ended up dropping out of high school, and I finished high school still, but I dropped out and really focused on makeup. And at the time, I feel like it was meant to be because after I dropped out, I literally, like I said, still finished school, so don't come after me. I literally worked with so many brands and was sent a bunch of PR. It wasn't brands like Anastasia, of course, or anything like that, because if it was, I wouldn't be making this video. But it was, you know, little brands here and there, some big brands, of course, and I always appreciate the love. And it was just the best time of my life, if I'm being honest, like to have recognition over all of that, because I've literally been showcasing my talent for makeup, music, like makeup, music, clothing, all of that since I was like 15 years old. And I was always doing, I know this is like very cliche for someone to say that's young, but I was always doing things that no one my age was doing, and dropping out of high school was definitely something that was scary for me at first, but I really started feeling like that's what my life was. That was the peak of my life because I got so much love, so much attention, and I just started doing things more for me. And that is the coolest thing to me, is that you can have this online life as well as real life, which they're both the same. It's just being able to interact with people from all around the world, people you don't know, people you will never meet face to face. I think it's super cool, and I've always been friends with older people just because, like, for business and work and all of that. Back to what I was saying, I started working at a young age. Even while I was in high school, I was always working because I wanted to help my mom. And a lot of people say that, but I mean it. I was literally always giving my mom the money I made, trying to help her out. All of my other cousins had a really good family, a really good stable income with their family, and my mom always worked hard. She's never failed to do anything for me. I'm not saying I didn't have a good life. I'm just saying things were a little bit different for me, and I felt that I just always felt outcasted. And I know a lot of people say that, and at times it can be cringy, but if you actually knew me, you would know that that is 100% true. I also have a bunch of family drama, and aside from my dad, the family drama, all of that, I just always felt like everyone was against me. And I'm not trying to say this for the competition, I'm just saying it in general, and I want my audience to know me and know who I am, and I've always wanted to do a video like this. But yeah, so every time I would just do makeup looks, and it really just helped me with my life at the time, because I could express myself, and I really felt even more different than what I was, I guess you could say. And like, it was a good thing for me. And like I said, brands were reaching out to me, I was getting free makeup. It was something that was so fun, and makeup is not cheap at all. To be honest, it's kind of insane how expensive makeup is, but anyways, so makeup has really just been a part of my life for the past years, the most important years of my life. And after high school, of course, I have been with my boyfriend for 5 years, since middle school. Crazy, right? And I moved with him. We moved together and got our own apartment. Currently living in Arlington, Texas, but I am born and raised in Houston, and I plan on going back as soon as I can. And I've always been a hard worker. I've always worked a lot of jobs, always worked really hard, and I want to help him while he's in school and also be independent, because I've never liked asking people for things. I don't like asking my mom for anything. My dad has the money but doesn't care to help, and that's fine, because this video will probably get hate from people he knows and people that are related to me from his side that just don't like me, and that's fine, but just wanted to put that out there. And while I was in high school, it was my freshman year, I actually came out with my own clothing brand. It's called Pink Supply, and I got a job, started paying for everything to make things happen. Even now, spending hundreds of dollars of my own money, my own hard-earned money, and making clothing is not cheap in any way, and I always want it to be high quality. I want the tags to say my brand. I want the quality to be there. I want everything to be perfect for the people that buy my stuff, because it's my brand and I'm representing it. And I actually want to show you some pieces, because why not? There's also a phone case, but I am currently mailing that out to my sister, so I don't have that. But these are the pants. It's Pink Supply. These are the men's shorts. Super cute. And this is currently the bags that we have for it, that I have for it. Anyways, back to the makeup. I'm so sorry I'm sidetracking. I just want to get as much information about me as I can, just so you really know me regardless, because you will eventually see me in the makeup community, because I am not stopping anytime soon. Life has been crazy since. It's different when you have bills and you know, do things for yourself. I am in no way ever asking anybody for money. I work, and I currently work in marketing and do a lot of business associated things. I love everything that goes in marketing, business. I think it's all really fun, and regardless of that, I will always work hard for my own stuff, and always work to do bigger things. And it's actually funny, because in one video that Jaclyn Hill and James Charles did together, they actually read one of my tweets, and I was so excited. I posted it on my Instagram just to see that they, for one, said my name right, because no one can ever say my name right. My name is Annalisa, and it's literally spelled like Annalisa, but no one knows how to say it for some reason. So it's fine. Also, I always do a lot of crazy makeup looks, but I'm gonna put some pictures on the screen of some looks that I have done so you can see them. I also love Mariah Carey, like, to death. Like, she is the best, and I sing all the time. I love singing, acting, modeling, all of that. I've been doing that my whole life, and I actually had a chance to act and have a contract and everything. I auditioned in Universal Studios. Everything went great, but I was 15 at the time, and my mom was scared because LA tends to do things to people, and she didn't want that for me, which I totally understand. And so that didn't end up happening, but it was still a really good experience, and I've always, like I said, been in this area of marketing and just being an influencer and all of that. I remember when I was in high school, before I dropped out, I used to stay up until like 4 o'clock in the morning just doing makeup videos and not getting any sleep, and it was just so much at the time. It was insane. I've also watched some of the other girls' auditions already because a lot of people were already posting about this like right away, which is insane. That is like for real dedication. And it was so good. I was literally telling my boyfriend like, I'm so scared because there's so many talented artists out there and so many people that deserve recognition for their work. Literally like 5-year-old kids are doing makeup on Instagram now, which is really cool. It's just insane, like crazy. So I'm just gonna go in with my Too Faced foundation in shade Natural Beige. I love how like the whole video is just me talking and then getting into the makeup tutorial at the very end. I'm so sorry. I usually do makeup tutorials, like I don't know what's going on, but I just really wanted to get all that information out because I never talk about my life online. The only thing I've ever talked about was something really personal on Instagram because the guy that was involved in that was sent to jail the day of my birthday, and it meant a lot to me that I got justice. And other than that, a lot of people don't know a ton about my mom or my dad, and I never bring up my dad because it's a lot of drama in itself, and a lot of his side are very crazy, and I don't like talking about it just because I feel, even though he's wrong, that it's disrespectful, and I know it's not, but you know, it's just, I'd rather not talk about it. I really do want to make a whole video on the situation, but like I said, a lot of people don't know me that well. If they're not going to interact with it and actually listen to it, I feel like I'm talking to a wall, and I know that's like the worst thing to say when it comes to doing YouTube videos, is because, you know, just because, you know, people want to hear what you have to say and they really want to know how you're feeling and all of that and all your deepest secrets and everything bad that's happened to you, and I get that, and I'm cool with like explaining stuff, but I just feel like it's not the right time, and I just feel like that's very personal, so I'd rather not. But maybe in the future, maybe on the show, we'll see. But I really love this James Charles palette. I really love James Charles. I think it's cool how he is, and at the time that he got famous, was super young, and that's really inspiring, especially for younger makeup artists, because there's so many makeup artists in the industry, and you know, it's hard to get recognition, and a lot of times you feel like it's not going anywhere, you know, but then you see other people that work just as hard as you get the recognition, and it really makes you feel like things are going great with you and that you'll eventually get there. And like I said, regardless of what happens, wishing the best for everybody that is auditioning and everybody that gets on the show. That's a really big opportunity, and there's literally nothing else like it right now. No one else is doing a makeup competition, a makeup show. I'm sorry, ignore all those floating thingies. None of that. And I think it's super cool because it's a chance for people to really showcase their talent, and I think that there should be more of that. I think that it's something that's important and that should be recognized more, and hopefully in the future it is. I'm really just excited to see what the show has in store and like what the challenges are, because I love watching shows like that. I literally was watching RuPaul's Drag Race yesterday and it was so intense. The All-Stars seasons are so intense. Also, with this, I never really contour with the powder just because my face is super long and it already like does that. I know that sounds like really stupid, but it really does. Like I have a really long face and it's kind of crazy. Okay, but I'm living for this. Like this blouse and this basic simple glam is so cute. I'm just gonna put some highlight and lip liner and lip gloss, and that should be it. We should be done. Also, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so feel free to join me and to see what my life is like. I have been posting a lot more than usual, and I plan on continuously posting even more than what I already do. So I'm just gonna put this lip liner on real quick. I don't like overlining them. I know a lot of people do. There's nothing wrong with that, girl. I just feel like my lips are already an interesting shape. And if I do one thing a little off, it would just look terrible and everybody would be able to tell. I love gloss. Gloss is literally the best thing ever made, aside from highlighter and bronzer and blush. So this is the final look. I love this so much. I literally don't have anywhere to go, but oh my god, I wish I did.